Welcome to the Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Please note that these meditations were recorded in a tropical environment with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds in the background. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. Perhaps one of our greatest challenges in our spiritual practice and journey is to leave behind the ways we have learned to make something happen, to achieve something, because they will not bring us what we want in this journey. We are used to the idea that we have to do something. We have to make something happen. Or if we come from a background of much personal development and work, we may have the idea that we have to solve and fix problems with our personality before we can find peace. But none of that will work. And our practice is about letting go of the idea that there is something we can do, that there's something we can achieve, or that there is something we can fix, and then we will find peace. peace comes of its own accord. We cannot make it come, but we can make ourselves available and allow it to come. Because as we have heard many times, it is our unwillingness to let go our saying no to surrender that keeps peace away. And the only way to change that is to stop doing it. Stop saying no and change our unwillingness to willingness. How do we change our willingness and our no? We must recognize and acknowledge that that is what we are doing. That we are making effort to keep the truth at bay. That we have strategies and habits and beliefs that are all designed to keep us focused on the past and the future. And to keep us distracted from the present. Right now, in this moment, can you feel how you are resisting, letting go and surrendering? Can you feel tension, holding, resistance in your mind? These are the effort of saying no and being unwilling. You must understand and accept the truth about us is that we are of one consciousness, the infinite consciousness, that we are not separate from that infinite consciousness. And the peace of knowing that truth is available to us in any moment. There is nothing withholding that peace from us other than our unwillingness and our no. Again, we must remember that we cannot make peace come, no matter how much effort we make. Peace comes of its own accord, comes when we are receptive and open and quiet. I have given up the effort of saying no. Most of us are probably not conscious of how we are using our will to resist peace. That is the choice that we are making, to make the change. We must decide the only thing we actually want is to let go and surrender. We may be using our will to try and keep control while having peace. That is the ego's idea of what we will do. There is no peace with control. Control always demands more control. And there is no peace in the vision of lack and danger, of duality that the ego presents. That's because our consciousness is actually one consciousness, one with the infinite consciousness. The knowing of truth and peace are intrinsic to us. They are built in. There is that within our consciousness which knows the truth and knows the peace of knowing the truth. It is already reality and true within us. And to live in that knowing is our natural birthright, our natural state. It is the source of our life. And so, in the very fact that we are alive is evidence of the presence of the infinite right here and right now. So let us be clear. Our journey and our practice is about returning to our natural state. Our resistance is a sickness of sorts, an addiction of sorts. It is our conditioning. It's what we have been taught, and it is what we developed as a consequence of that conditioning and circumstances. And it doesn't reflect reality. We think we're clinging to sanity by holding on to control. But actually, our dissociative state is the very definition of insanity, out of contact with reality. Reality is love, peace, harmony, connection. That is what is available within us right now. And so, we can decide in this moment to make ourselves available, to let go of control, to say yes to surrender. Yes, we will meet resistance. There are times when it will be impossible, it seems. And then there are times when it feels like it comes naturally. That is part of the journey. And that is the purpose of our practice. To increase our knowledge of ourselves, not by exploring what's wrong with us, but by exploring what happens when we commit ourselves to letting go. Our journey is not one of waiting until we've fixed everything we need to fix. It is taking another step into surrender, and another, becoming conscious of what we do. We must commit ourselves to developing the willingness to surrender, say yes to the spirit within us, the infinite within us. It is too easy to be distracted by the idea that there is something wrong or bad. We must commit ourselves to accepting only the truth as reality. Give ourselves to the infinite consciousness within us. Allow it to fill us. Allow ourselves that peace, because it is here. It is real. It is who we are. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon. We're uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.